Hello there. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to this quiet little corner of the universe where wonder slows down, where questions don't need answers, and where even the stars seem to breathe a little softer. Tonight, we won't rush toward anything. We'll simply drift like a feather, finding its way to still air. Maybe today has been long. Maybe you've carried too many thoughts, too many sounds, too much of the world. But now everything that was heavy can rest. The hours behind you have already happened, and there's nothing left to solve. This moment belongs only to calm to you and the soft turning of the night. Outside, the world is changing its rhythm. The air grows cooler. The lights dim. Even the wind seems to pause for a while, as if it too is ready to sleep. There's a hush in everything, not empty, but full like the quiet breath between heartbeats. That's where our story begins. Above the stillness, far beyond the ceiling of your room, the Milky Way stretches across the dark, a soft river of silver light flowing endlessly through space. Each shimmer in that river is a star, some bright and young, some old and fading, all traveling together through time. From where you are, it looks distant, but you are inside it. You have always been inside it. Our galaxy turns slowly, once every 200 million years, carrying the sun, the earth, and you around its glowing heart. Everything you've ever known, every sound, every breath, every dream, all of it lives inside that quiet spiral. And tonight, we'll float along it, not to learn, not to measure, but simply to feel. Let your breath match its rhythm. Inhale, the stars gather. Exhale, they drift apart again. You don't need to control anything. Just follow the soft movement of air in and out of your lungs. The body knows how to rest. It only needs your permission. Maybe you can imagine it now, the blue curve of Earth, below the thin shimmer of atmosphere, and beyond it, the endless velvet of night. The Milky Way glows faintly across that darkness, gentle as moonlight on water. You are not outside of it. Looking in, you are part of its glow. Every atom in your body once burned in a star, long before this nightus, long before this breath. Let that thought soothe you. You are made of starlight. Every part of you carries the quiet memory of the cosmos. And just as the galaxy turns slowly, endlessly, you too are turning in rhythm with everything else. Nothing is separate. Nothing is rushed. The night is wide, and there's room here for you to rest. You don't have to reach for sleep. Just let yourself drift toward it, the way planets drift in orbit, weightless, calm, certain of their place. The universe doesn't hurry, and neither should you. So, take a deep, soft breath in and let it go. Feel the weight of your body sink gently into stillness. The day is behind you, the stars are above you, and all around you, the quiet hum of the Milky Way whispers one simple thing: you are safe. You are small but never alone. Now, let your thoughts grow slower. Let the dark become gentle. And as the first moments of sleep begin to reach for you, just listen. The night has already begun. Maybe it's quiet where you are right now. The world outside has softened, and the busy rhythm of the day has begun to fade away. The lights are dim, the air is gentle, and the sounds that once filled the room have turned into silence. There might be the faint hum of a lamp, or the quiet sigh of the night breeze brushing against your window. Everything feels still, as if the world itself is taking a long, slow breath. And that's where our story continues, not among the distant stars, but right here with you. You don't need to go anywhere or imagine anything far away. Just notice this moment, the soft weight of your body, resting the steady rise and fall of your chest, the way your thoughts begin to drift and quiet down. You are not separate from the night. You are part of it, part of the slow turning of the earth beneath the stars, part of the quiet heartbeat of the universe. Close your eyes. If you haven't already, let the edges of the day blur and dissolve. Feel how still the air has become, how calm everything feels when there's nothing left to chase. In this quiet, even time seems to move more softly. The seconds stretch out like waves unfolding on a silent shore. The world hasn't stopped. It has simply slowed to match the rhythm of your breath. Outside, night is wrapping itself around everything. The streets are quiet, the wind has settled, and the sky above holds its endless calm. Maybe somewhere far away, a small river glows beneath the moonlight, or a tree sways gently in the dark. The universe doesn't sleep, it simply rests, breathing with you. And right now, you are part of that same peaceful rhythm, moving together with all that is. There is something beautiful about this kind of stillness. It doesn't ask anything of you. It doesn't demand that you understand or achieve. It only invites you to exist softly, simply, completely. You are enough just as you are. There's nothing to fix, nothing to prove, nothing to hold on to. Let every sound, every thought, every weight inside you slowly loosen like sand slipping through an open hand. Breathe in deeply and let it out slowly. Each breath is a small reminder that you are alive here and safe. With every inhale, calm drifts in. With every exhale, tension drifts away. Feel how your body knows exactly what to do, how it finds its own balance when you allow it to. You don't have to guide it. You don't even have to try. Just be here in this quiet space that belongs only to you. Imagine for a moment that your room is floating gently through the night sky. The walls fade, and all around you, there's only a soft, endless darkness, calm, deep, and full of quiet light. You're not falling. You're drifting slowly and peacefully, the way a leaf moves when the wind has gone still. There's no direction, no hurry, no sound, only the feeling of floating timeless and free. Somewhere far above the stars are watching, patient and kind. Their light began its journey long before this night existed, crossing the dark just to arrive here, softly touching your world. You might not see them through the clouds, but they're there shimmering quietly like a lullaby written in light. Their glow reminds you that peace isn't found in the distance. It's here in the smallness of this moment. Let your breath grow slower now. Let the thoughts that wander in simply drift away again. You don't need to stop them. You just don't need to follow. Everything can wait until morning. The night is wide enough to hold all of it, your worries, your hopes, your questions, and it will keep them safe while you rest. The earth keeps turning slowly, silently. Mountains sleep under starlight. Oceans shimmer in the moon's reflection. Somewhere, a forest hums softly with the sound of night creatures breathing. The whole planet is resting, and you are part of that rest, small shining piece of a much greater calm. As the quiet deepens, feel yourself sink a little further into it. The air feels softer now, the world slower, your body lighter. This is what peace sounds like. Not silence, but stillness. A stillness that listens. A stillness that holds. Let it carry you, now gently the way the ocean carries the tide. You are here in this night, in this breath. There's nothing else you need to do. The universe is wide, but it always has room for you, for your small, steady heartbeat, for your soft breathing, for your quiet presence in the dark. Let yourself belong to it. Let yourself rest. And as you lie here weightless and calm, know this: you are already where you need to be. You are part of something vast and kind, something that has been turning for billions of years and still finds time to cradle you to sleep. So let go little by little. The night will take care of the rest. Above you, far beyond the soft weight of the clouds and the thin breath of air, the Milky Way stretches across the night sky. It's faint, almost shy, a pale ribbon of light draped gently across the dark. To the eye, it seemed delicate, a soft brushstroke drawn by the quiet hand of time. Yet behind that stillness lies something vast and alive, a slow, endless dance of hundreds of billions of stars, each glowing like a lantern on a dark sea. If you step outside on a calm night and look upward, you might see that hazy trail crossing the heavens, not sharp, not bright, but deep and full of mystery. The longer you look, the more it feels like it's looking back at you. Every shimmer of light is the echo of something ancient, light that began its journey long before your first breath. It has traveled through cosmic dust and silence, only to arrive here softly in this moment as you listen and drift. There's something tender about that thought that the light you see tonight began its path long before there were cities or words or even people to dream beneath it. The stars have been patient, sending their light across time, as if the universe itself wanted to make sure that one day someone would look up and see. And maybe that someone is you. When we look at the Milky Way, we aren't looking outward, we're looking homeward. Every glimmer in that band of light is part of the same great spiral we live inside. We are not outside observers. We are within the painting itself, tiny and luminous, drifting through one of its soft spiral arms. Somewhere not far from the edge of that faint silver ribbon, our sun burns quietly, a small warm heart in an endless sky. Imagine that for a moment, the sun as one among billions, each star surrounded by invisible worlds, each world carrying its own quiet stories. Some of those stories may have already ended. Others are just beginning. The Milky Way holds them all, every burst of light, every silent collapse, every whisper of creation and rest. It is not chaos. It is rhythm. It breathes the way you breathe, slowly, deeply, with purpose and with peace. And here, on this small blue planet, you are a part of that same breath. Every atom in your body was once part of a star, perhaps one that burned near the center of our galaxy, or one that drifted through a dying nebula, scattering its dust across the void. That dust became you. The light that warms your skin during the day comes from the same cosmic fire that fills the Milky Way at night. You are made of that light, shaped by it, kept alive by it. When you look up, you aren't gazing into something foreign. You are returning to something familiar. The soft shimmer above you is the memory of your own beginning. It is the cradle of everything that has ever lived and dreamed. The galaxy is not just out there, it's within you too, folded into every heartbeat, every gentle thought that drifts through your mind as you rest. So, as the night deepens, let your thoughts move with the stars. Picture them as slow ripples of light flowing across the dark ocean of the sky. They don't hurry. They don't fade. They simply are constant and calm, like a promise whispered through time. That's how the Milky Way speaks not with words, but with stillness. Breathe in that stillness now. Let it fill you the way starlight fills the sky. Let your breath slow until it matches the rhythm of the universe turning. You don't need to understand it. You only need to feel it, that gentle, knowing that you belong, that you are part of something vast and kind. The night isn't empty. It's holding you the way the galaxy holds its stars. And somewhere far above the Milky Way continues to glow, patient, ancient, eternal. It stretches across the sky, not as a boundary, but as an invitation, a reminder that even in the quietest moments, you are surrounded by light. You are home, drifting softly in the arms of the universe. If you could somehow step outside the Milky Way and look back, you'd see something almost too beautiful to describe. A soft, glowing disk, 100,000 light years wide, turning slowly in the dark, a quiet whirl of stars and dust folding over itself like silk in motion. From afar, it would look calm, serene, almost delicate. But within that calm, every breath of light, every swirl of gas, every shimmer of color is alive, moving in rhythm with the heart of the galaxy. It rotates gently, not like a storm or a spinning wheel, but like a slow, graceful dance. Each arm curls outward with perfect patience, vast ribbons of light made from clouds of dust, rivers of gas, and clusters of stars glowing faintly against the darkness. They twist and drift like streams of starlight flowing through the void, forming spirals so immense that a single turn could take hundreds of millions of years. And yet there's no rush. The galaxy turns the way a lullaby moves, steady, soft, timeless. If you could float above it, the sight would take your breath away. The center glows with a gentle golden light, dense with ancient stars that have been burning since almost the beginning of time. Around that luminous heart, the arms stretch outward blue, with young suns, pink with clouds, where new stars are being born. Between those arms lie shadows cool and quiet, where cosmic dust drifts like mist before dawn. Every part of it, bright and dark, belongs to the same eternal rhythm. From far away, it looks like perfection, but up close, it's full of tiny imperfections, ripples of light, clusters unevenly, scattered clouds of dust veiling some corners from view. And maybe that's what makes it so human, so familiar. The galaxy, like us, is not flawless, but alive, always changing, always moving, always finding balance between chaos and calm. Our sun lies on the edge of one of those spiral arms, not at the center, not at the rim, but somewhere comfortably in between. From that quiet place, we look outward and inward at the same time. We can't step outside to see it fully, but we can feel it in the way the stars curve across the sky, in the soft pull of gravity that keeps everything together, in the faint light that travels billions of years just to reach our eyes. We live inside this structure, but we are also its witness. The Milky Way's arms are like paths in a dream, glowing corridors leading deeper into space. Each one is filled with the birth and death of stars, with dust that glows faintly under starlight, with gas that drifts in endless waves. From a distance, they look frozen like brush strokes in a cosmic painting. But if you could wait long enough, you'd see them ripple, bend, breathe alive in a way that only eternity allows. And surrounding this spiral, is a soft halo, invisible to our eyes, but holding everything together. A sphere of dark matter, quiet, unseen, that wraps around the galaxy like a guardian's hand. Without it, the arms would unravel, the stars would scatter, and the slow dance would fall apart. But it stays silent and steady, making sure the spiral dream continues to turn. It's humbling to think of it, that we so small and fragile live inside something so vast and intricate. Yet the Milky Way isn't cold or distant. It moves with gentleness, like a mother rocking her children to sleep. Every turn of its spiral cradles us. Every beam of its light finds its way to our little planet, whispering through the darkness, "You belong to this. You are part of the turning." So as you lie here, drifting between thought and rest, imagine that you are floating just beyond the stars, looking back at this great, glowing wheel of light. See how it spins slowly, patiently, how every arm moves in harmony with the next. The center hums softly, the edges shimmer faintly, and through it all, the galaxy breathes calm, endless, and kind. That is home, one galaxy among billions. Yet in its endlessness, it holds you perfectly, as if you were meant to be here all along. The Milky Way turns, the stars keep glowing, and somewhere within its spiral heart, the Earth continues to dream. Everything we've ever known, every story ever told, every dream ever dreamed lives inside a tiny corner, one arm of our galaxy. All of human history, every heartbeat, every whispered word happens in a small pocket of light, just 25,000 light years from the Milky Way's center. To us, that sounds unimaginably vast, a distance that our minds can barely hold. But to the universe, it is just a step, a pause, a quiet speck within something endlessly greater. Our world, the Earth, orbits one modest star in a calm neighborhood of the galaxy, not too crowded, not too empty. Around us, a few bright companions shimmer in the dark: Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, each following its own slow path through the void. And beyond them, the night stretches on, forever filled with countless other stars that rise and fade unseen by human eyes. It's humbling, isn't it, to know that everything we call home is a single point in a spiral so immense we can only imagine it. Yet that smallness isn't something to fear. There is peace in it, a kind of stillness that belongs only to the vast. We are small, yes, but not insignificant. We are part of the quiet balance that allows life to bloom. The Milky Way is neither too large nor too small, neither too bright nor too dim. It sits gently between extremes. In the same way we rest now, not reaching, not rushing, simply existing in perfect calm. If we were closer to the galaxy's center, the sky would never sleep. It would blaze with endless light stars so close together that darkness could never form. Life as we know it would struggle there. Too much radiation, too much fire. And if we were farther away in the quiet outskirts, there would be too little warmth, too few heavy elements to build planets like ours. But here, where we are in this balanced place, on this soft edge of the galaxy, everything aligns just enough for life to awaken. And that is where we exist, in a golden middle, where light and shadow share the sky. It's easy to forget this when the noise of the world feels so large. But the truth is, even as we live our small stories, the Earth is gliding through space in a slow, elegant curve around the sun, which itself orbits the galaxy's center like a grain of dust caught in a cosmic current. We are all passengers on this silent voyage, moving together, through the sea of stars. If you could see it from above, this little world floating in its orbit, you'd see how fragile it seems. A small sphere of blue and white wrapped in a thin veil of air. A world that glows faintly like a firefly in the dark. And yet, inside that glow is everything we know: laughter, memory, art, love, the quiet rhythm of human life. Our smallness is not a flaw. It is what makes the world precious. When we look up at the sky, the Milky Way arches across the night like a bridge of light. Somewhere in that sweep of stars is the sun shining modestly, one of hundreds of billions. From that humble point, we have built stories, dreams, and entire civilizations. Every discovery we've ever made, from the first spark of fire to the distant probe leaving the solar system, all began here from this little world quietly spinning in the arm of a galaxy. It's strange to think how much happens within such a small space, and yet how calm the universe remains. Stars live and die, galaxies collide and reform, but the cosmic rhythm never breaks. Everything finds its place, and we too are part of that harmony, a single note in the vast song of existence, gentle and fleeting, but essential. So as you lie here tonight, drifting closer to sleep, imagine that quiet spiral turning slowly in the dark, the Milky Way, our home. Picture where we are within it, a small blue planet circling a warm, ordinary star tucked safely in one of its arms. That's us, not grand, not mighty, but perfectly placed, just right for life to begin and for dreams like this one to exist. Take a slow breath. Let it fill you the way starlight fills the sky. You are part of this, woven into its rhythm, as ancient and as necessary as the light that falls across your skin. The galaxy turns, and you turn with it, quietly, gently, endlessly. Imagine for a moment that the universe is like an endless city at night. A city so vast it has no borders, no center, only soft lights scattered across the infinite dark. Each galaxy is a glowing window shining gently from afar. Some are small and faint, flickering like a candle in the distance. Others are large and bright, glowing with the quiet strength of billions of stars. Among them, the Milky Way rests, calm, balanced, and steady. It is not the largest nor the brightest, but it shines with a gentle confidence, turning slowly through space. Its light spreads softly, neither fierce nor dim, like a lantern glowing quietly in an open field. When you look up at the night sky, you see only a few of its closest stars, yet those faint dots are part of this same spiral of light that holds our home within it. The Milky Way is just one of more than 100 billion galaxies that we can observe in the universe. Each one contains its own stars, planets, and clouds of dust moving slowly through space under the pull of gravity. Together, they form vast families, groups, and clusters like quiet neighborhoods glowing in the dark. Some clusters are small, with only a few galaxies, while others hold hundreds or even thousands, bound gently together in invisible harmony. Our Milky Way belongs to a small group of about 30 galaxies, known as the local group. The largest are the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy, both spirals filled with billions of stars. Nearby, the large and small Magellanic Clouds drift smaller, irregular galaxies orbiting like companions that have always been close. Together, they travel through space slowly and silently, forming a tiny family in a universe far greater than we can imagine. Far beyond this group, there are still larger gatherings, clusters of galaxies containing hundreds or thousands of members. These clusters, too, join together to create superclusters, and beyond, even those all galaxies connect in a web-like structure that fills the observable universe. Through powerful telescopes, scientists have seen this vast network, long filaments of galaxies stretching across billions of light years, connected by the quiet pull of gravity. It is a cosmic city without boundaries, where every light is a home, and every home is part of something greater. From here on Earth, we can only see a small part of this city of galaxies. When we look up at the night sky, many of the faint points of light are not stars, but entire galaxies, their light traveling across space for millions or billions of years before reaching us. The light that enters your eyes tonight began its journey long before human history began carrying with it the memory of distant suns that may no longer exist, and yet that light endures crossing time and darkness to whisper to us that the universe is still alive. There's a deep calm in knowing this. The galaxies move but so slowly that their dance is invisible to us. Their collisions, their births, and their transformations unfold across billions of years. Nothing hurries, nothing shouts. The universe expands quietly, patiently, in a rhythm so vast that it feels like stillness. The night sky is not chaos, it is balance written in light. If you could float above it all, you would see the galaxies shining like distant lanterns, scattered across the dark. They are not lonely. They are connected, bound by gravity's invisible threads, drifting together through the sea of time. The Milky Way shines among them, like one calm building in a vast city of light. Within its spiral arms, stars are born live and fade, yet the whole continues to glow softly, endlessly. So, as you lie here, let that image rest in your mind. Picture the universe as a gentle city full of light that never rushes and never fades. Each star, each galaxy, each faint glow in the sky is part of a quiet harmony unfolding in silence. And somewhere in that infinite pattern, you are here, small, safe, and perfectly placed inside the light of the Milky Way. The universe keeps turning slowly and kindly, just as it always has. The galaxies shimmer, the stars breathe, and the night remains full of soft light. You are part of that light, made of the same dust, carried by the same rhythm, glowing in your own way. So, breathe gently, let your thoughts quiet, and allow yourself to drift. The great city of stars will keep shining while you sleep. Far out in the deep cosmic night, beyond the quiet glow of our Milky Way, there are galaxies so vast that light itself, the fastest traveler we know, takes millions of years to cross them. Their size is beyond what words can hold their beauty, beyond what the eyes can fully see. These are the giants of the universe, ancient and immense, drifting slowly through the darkness, like glowing continents made of stars. And compared to them, our Milky Way feels small, not less beautiful, but more fragile, like a single candle among a field of suns. These galaxies hold tens, even hundreds of times more stars than our own. In some of them, light stretches across millions of light years, a journey so long that it began before Earth had even formed. The largest of all, such as IC 1101, is a true colossus more than 6 million light years wide, home to trillions of stars. It shines faintly through the dark, not in bursts or flashes, but in a soft, steady glow, ancient, patient, enduring. If the Milky Way is a quiet campfire in the vastness of night, these giant galaxies are like whole cities of light seen from orbit. Their brilliance hums softly through the cosmos, a chorus of suns burning together in harmony. Yet despite their size, they remain calm, no sound, no chaos, only the slow rhythm of time unfolding. The light from their outer edges began its journey before life existed on Earth, and still it travels, reaching us like a whisper from the past. Most of these giants live in crowded regions of space, at the hearts of galaxy clusters where hundreds or even thousands of galaxies gather together under the pull of gravity. Over billions of years, smaller galaxies drift inward, merging slowly into one grand form. The result is these vast ellipticals, soft round shapes filled with old stars, their bright youth long gone, their light mellow and golden. They are the elders of the cosmos, glowing gently in their long twilight. If you could stand outside one of them, it would fill the sky like a sunrise that never ends. You'd see layers of soft light stretching in every direction, with no clear beginning or edge, just a warm, endless haze of stars. Their centers are calm, holding supermassive black holes, millions or even billions of times the mass of our sun. Yet even those dark hearts do not destroy the peace. They simply anchor it, keeping the great galaxy balanced in its slow, graceful turn. Compared to these giants, the Milky Way seems modest, like a small lake beside an ocean. And yet within that smaller space, we have oceans, mountains, music, and dreams. The giants remind us of scale, but not of worth. They are magnificent in size, but not in meaning. Because in the grand rhythm of the universe, everything from the smallest star to the largest galaxy shines in its own perfect way. When astronomers study these colossal galaxies, they don't just see light, they see time itself. Each ray carries a story written millions or billions of years ago. Looking at them is like looking through a window into the deep past, into an age when the universe was young and restless, still shaping the giants we now see. Their glow is a record of patience, of slow creation, of balance, of the quiet persistence of light. And though we can only see them from far away, their existence connects to ours. The same laws that shape their gravity also shape our orbit around the sun. The same dust that forms their stars once drifted in the clouds that became our world. We are small, yes, but made of the same substance, the same atoms, the same light, the same quiet spark that fills the universe. As you lie here, imagine yourself floating through that vast city of galaxies. Around you, the darkness is soft. The stars shimmer like scattered candles across infinity. Far away, the giants rest in silence, their light pulsing slowly, steady, and kind. You are drifting between them, not lost, not alone, but part of the same gentle design. The universe is wide and full of wonders, but it is not loud. It moves with the patience of time, with the grace of breath, with the stillness of sleep. Let that thought settle as you breathe. Let the rhythm of the galaxies match the rhythm of your heart. Somewhere far away, those ancient lights still shine, and tonight they are shining for you. There is something deeply comforting about our smallness. The Milky Way, though vast beyond imagination, is calm, not chaotic, not dim. It turns slowly, forming new stars with quiet patience, keeping its rhythm steady for billions of years. In the grand scale of the universe, it may not be special, but to us, it is everything. It is the home that gave us time and space to exist. Our galaxy is balanced in a way that feels almost gentle. Its spiral arms turn at just the right pace, not too fast to tear themselves apart, not too slow to stop creating. In its quiet core, a black hole rests massive but calm, holding the whole galaxy in harmony. Around it, stars are born, live and fade, like breaths within an endless body. And somewhere far out, on one of its arms, our sun glows steadily warm enough to nurture life, distant enough to allow rest. This balance is rare and beautiful. Too close to the galaxy's center, radiation burns too bright, and life struggles to survive. Too far from the heart, the cold emptiness leaves little to build from. But here in this quiet band, between chaos and stillness, the conditions are just right. The earth formed in that soft middle ground, where creation and peace coexist, where starlight and darkness hold each other in gentle equilibrium. When you think of it, that balance feels almost like a lullaby written into the universe itself, a rhythm of movement and rest, light and shadow, silence and song, everything that exists, the oceans, the forests, your heartbeat, your thoughts, all of it began because this galaxy spins, neither too fast nor too slow. We live in a pause between extremes, and it is that pause that allows life to breathe. The Milky Way doesn't seek attention. It doesn't blaze or roar across the universe. It simply continues turning softly in the dark, its stars drifting like sparks in a slow wind. Every few 100 million years, our sun completes a single orbit, a long patient journey through the spiral arm it calls home. And during all that time, the galaxy holds steady, offering us the calm space in which life can unfold one quiet moment at a time. From the outside, it might look ordinary, just another galaxy among billions. But within it, something extraordinary has taken place. A small blue planet has learned to look back, to see where it came from, to wonder why it exists. That awareness, that gentle curiosity, is part of the same balance that shapes the Milky Way. The same laws that move the stars also move our hearts, slow, steady, and full of quiet light. Even now, as you lie here listening, you are turning with it. The ground beneath you, the air around you, every atom in your body, all are moving as one, with the galaxy's gentle spin. You are not separate from it. You are part of its movement, its rhythm, its harmony. You breathe because the universe breathes. You rest because the stars too have their silence. If you could drift above it all and look down upon the Milky Way, you'd see a spiral of light turning peacefully through the dark. From that view, nothing would seem rushed, nothing out of place. Every star would glow in its own time, every orbit perfectly balanced. And among all that quiet order, there would be one tiny point of blue, a world alive, breathing softly asleep beneath the stars. It's easy to forget, but balance is what allows everything to continue. Not force, not speed, but calm persistence. The same balance that keeps galaxies from falling apart is the one that keeps your heart beating through the night. You are a smaller reflection of the same grace, a quiet pattern repeated across space and time. So, as you breathe now, think of that gentle balance holding you. The galaxy turns, the stars shimmer, the earth spins beneath you, and all of it happens without sound, without effort. You don't have to do anything. Just rest within that rhythm. Let the stillness of the universe guide you deeper into calm. And as you drift towards sleep, remember, the Milky Way doesn't rush, and neither should you. Life exists because balance exists. Light endures because darkness makes room for it. You are safe here inside that harmony. One quiet heartbeat within the spiral of creation, resting softly in the arms of time. At the very heart of our galaxy lies a quiet mystery, a black hole known as Sagittarius A. It is 4 million times heavier than our Sun, yet it rests in silence. It does not rage or destroy. It waits calmly at the center of everything. Only when clouds of gas drift too close does it stir, gently drawing them and letting them disappear into the invisible. Its pull is powerful, but its presence is peaceful, an anchor around which the whole galaxy slowly turns. Surrounding this calm center is a cluster of ancient stars, old and golden, glowing softly with the memory of their long lives. They gather densely in a region we call the galactic bulge, where light seems to shimmer more warmly, as though time itself has slowed down there. These stars are among the oldest in our galaxy, survivors from an era when the Milky Way was still forming. They circle the heart of Sagittarius A, keeping it company, keeping it still. Beyond that glowing heart, the Milky Way begins to unfold. Its spiral arms stretch outward like ribbons of light, immense, delicate, and alive. Within these arms, new stars are born from clouds of dust and gas. They shine for millions of years, then fade, their light absorbed into the next generation of creation. The galaxy breathes in this rhythm: birth, glow, rest, and rebirth, a slow and endless cycle of becoming. If you could see it from above, you'd find those spiral arms winding gracefully through space. Some shimmer blue with the brightness of young stars. Others glow faintly red where older suns fade gently into darkness. Between them, dark lanes of interstellar dust curl and drift, shaping the light into waves and patterns. From afar, it looks perfectly still, but in truth, every spark of light, every grain of dust is moving, always changing, always alive. The stars in the spiral arms don't move in straight lines. They flow together like currents in a vast cosmic sea. Gravity guides them, but gently, never rushing. Even across millions of years, their paths stay steady and calm. It's a quiet choreography, a slow dance that has continued since before Earth was born. And somewhere within that dance, our sun makes its journey, carrying with it everything we've ever known. Inside those arms, the Milky Way forms new life constantly. Stars emerge from clouds of hydrogen and helium, immense nurseries of light hidden within veils of dust. When a star is born, it pushes the darkness aside, for a little while shining its light into the surrounding clouds. Eventually, it will fade, and new clouds will gather again, beginning the cycle anew. Nothing here is wasted. Everything transforms softly, without end. Closer to the center, the stars are older, quieter, golden tired. They've seen countless orbits, countless generations of light come and go. Farther out, along the edges of the spiral arms, the stars are younger, brighter, bluer, burning with the freshness of new beginnings. Together, they create a gradient of time, a living timeline stretching from the galaxy's warm heart to its cool, quiet edges. It's as if the Milky Way itself remembers everything it has ever been. And all the while, in the middle of it all, Sagittarius A remains still. Its gravity keeps the galaxy together, though it takes and gives in equal measure. It doesn't need to move or shine. Its power lies in its silence. Around it, everything flows. Around it, everything finds balance. In its quiet darkness, the Milky Way finds its center, a place of perfect calm at the heart of endless motion. When you look up at the night sky, what you see is only a thin slice of all this one narrow view through a sea of stars. But hidden in that faint band of light is the story of creation and rest of birth and return. Every point of light above you is part of that spiral part of the same grand design that carries you now through space and time. You are not apart from it. You are within it, moving gently as the galaxy turns. So, as you breathe now, think of that slow spiral surrounding you, its center quiet, its arms glowing softly across the night. Every breath you take echoes that same rhythm. Draw in, let go, begin again. The stars are breathing with you. The galaxy turns with you. And all of it moves in the same calm harmony. You are safe in its motion, part of a dream that has lasted for billions of years, still unfolding, still glowing. Our galaxy is like a great city, seen not from above, but from street level. We live in one quiet corner, a calm suburb, far from the crowded center. From where we are, we can't see its full skyline, only the faint glow of stars that stretch across the night. The Milky Way arches overhead, like a soft bridge of light, a reminder of the vast neighborhood we belong to, even when we can't see its shape. For centuries, humanity has looked upward, wondering what our home truly looks like. We can't step outside the galaxy to take a picture. We can only observe, measure, and imagine. Astronomers have spent decades piecing together its form not through sight, but through invisible signals. They listen to the radio waves that stars and clouds send across space using data to draw the unseen. Slowly, patiently, the map of our galactic city began to appear. What they found was not a perfect spiral, but something alive, a shape that moves, breathes, and changes over time. The Milky Way isn't made of rigid lines. It's a living pattern sculpted by gravity and time. Its spiral arms bend and shift, filled with dust that glows faintly when starlight touches it. Between the arms are vast stretches of quiet, calm neighborhoods, where old stars rest their light soft and golden. Imagine walking through that city of stars. Near the center, the lights are dense and bright like the heart of a great metropolis. Stars there are older, packed close together, their glow blending into a warm, golden haze. Farther out, the arms become quieter, spaced apart like tree-lined streets on the edge of town. And somewhere along one of those arms, in a small, peaceful corner, our sun glows, gently a single light in an infinite cityscape. From our vantage point, the Milky Way looks like a thin, glowing band stretching across the dark. But that faint river of light is the view from within the way. Street lights blur together when seen from the ground. Every star you see belongs to our own galaxy, scattered across thousands of light years. Some shine with a steady light. Others flicker and fade, changing subtly over time. Together, they form the silent hum of our galactic home. Astronomers often compare it to standing inside a forest at night. When you look up, you see trunks stretching in every direction, but you can't see the whole shape of the forest from within. The Milky Way is the same. From inside, we see the glow of countless stars around us, but not the full picture. Yet through patience and curiosity, we've come to understand its grand design. A vast spiral of stars turning slowly through space, held together by gravity's invisible hand. In the dark, between stars, clouds of gas drift quietly the raw material for future suns. These clouds collapse over millions of years, forming new stars that light up their surroundings. Some burn bright and short, others glow softly for billions of years. The city of the Milky Way never sleeps somewhere. In its endless expanse, new light is always being born. and though it's immense beyond measure, it moves with grace. Every part of it, every arm, every cluster turns in harmony around the quiet, black hole at its center. The motion is slow, almost imperceptible, but constant. One full rotation takes hundreds of millions of years. The stars flow together like the calm current of a river, steady and patient, never hurried, never still. To think of it that way brings a kind of peace. We are part of this great city, a small household within a galaxy that shines quietly among billions of others. We will never see its edges or walk its streets, but we belong to it completely. Every breath we take, every thought we dream, happens within its slow turning light. So, as you rest now, imagine that luminous city surrounding you. Picture its soft spirals glowing in the dark, its quiet streets lined with stars, its rhythm slow and kind. You don't have to travel anywhere to find it. You are already there, already home. The Milky Way hums above you, beneath you, within you. And while you drift into sleep, the city of stars keeps turning gently, endlessly, like the steady heartbeat of the night. If you could drift far above the Milky Way and look down, you would see 4 great arms unfolding like ribbons of light. They twist gently through the dark. The Perseus arm, the Scutum Centaurus arm, the Norma arm, and the Sagittarius arm. Each one stretches across thousands of light years, filled with clouds of gas and fine dust. And within those clouds, stars are born, small bursts of light emerging from the quiet darkness. Between those bright arms are older regions' calm spaces where ancient suns drift slowly, their light soft and golden. They are the elders of the galaxy, watching as new generations of stars flicker to life around them. From a distance, the Milky Way seems frozen in time, but it is never still. It breathes, it moves, it changes its arms, flowing like waves of starlight across the deep sea of space. Each arm is a story written in light. The Perseus arm holds clusters of young blue stars, bright and full of energy, burning their lives quickly. The Sagittarius arm, where our sun quietly orbits, glows with balance and calm. The Scutum Centaurus arm is wider, stretching deep into the galactic heart, where the light turns golden and warm. And the Norma arm, near the edge, carries the faintest glow, a whisper of distant suns, still shining after billions of years. These spiral arms are not solid structures. They are patterns like ripples, spreading through water. Stars move in and out of them, joining for a while, before drifting away again. What gives the arms their shape is gravity, gentle, constant, patient. It pulls the clouds and stars into these flowing lines, creating a dance that repeats endlessly, though never quite the same. Each turn of the spiral is a moment in time, a slow wave moving through eternity. Inside these arms, life and death of stars happen side by side. In one cloud, new suns ignite, lighting up the gas around them in soft pink and blue. In another, old stars fade into quiet embers, their light dissolving into dust. That dust drifts on the wind of gravity, joining new clouds, waiting for another beginning. The Milky Way is a circle of renewal, never rushing, never stopping, always breathing. If you could listen closely, you might imagine the sound of this motion, not noise but rhythm. The slow pulse of creation, the quiet sigh of stars being born. It happens so slowly that no human could ever see it unfold, and yet it is always happening, even now while you rest somewhere in the spiral arm of Sagittarius, a star is being born, its light beginning a journey that might one day reach your eyes. The space between the arms is not empty. It is full of thin dust, drifting gas, and lonely stars traveling on their own. They wander between the rivers of light like quiet travelers, moving from one shore to another. Each carries its own history, its own small piece of the galaxy's memory. Together, they weave the invisible fabric that holds everything in place. When astronomers look at these arms through their instruments, they don't just see stars. They see motion, soft, slow, endless motion. Clouds expanding clusters, drifting apart, light shifting gently across the years. What we see as stillness is really a dance too slow for human eyes to follow. The Milky Way is always changing, but it does so in silence at a pace that comforts rather than overwhelms. And perhaps that's what makes it so beautiful. Nothing here is forced. Everything simply unfolds. The stars are not in a hurry to shine, and the arms are not in a hurry to move. Over millions of years, the galaxy changes shape, but always remains whole, like waves reshaping the shore, but never breaking the sea. As you breathe now, think of those waves of light turning above you. The spiral arms stretch outward through the dark, steady and calm, like the slow rhythm of your own heartbeat. Every flicker of light, every motion of dust is part of the same gentle design. You are inside it, drifting, breathing, part of the wave itself. So let yourself rest in that rhythm. Let the Milky Way's quiet motion lull you deeper into peace. The arms continue to turn, the stars continue to glow, and the universe keeps its soft pulse. Somewhere far above, the waves of light are still flowing, silent, endless, and kind. Surrounding the glowing disk of our galaxy is something vast and unseen, a great halo that stretches far beyond what the eye can find. It holds old stars, ancient clusters, and something even more mysterious, an invisible presence we call dark matter. We cannot see it, we cannot touch it, but we feel its pull, gentle and constant, shaping everything we know. Dark matter is like the quiet skeleton of the cosmos, a hidden structure holding the galaxy in place. It does not shine, yet it gives light the space to exist. It does not move quickly or loudly, but its gravity binds every star, every planet, every cloud of gas together. Without it, the Milky Way's stars would drift away scattered into the dark, and the great spiral of our galaxy would slowly unravel into nothing. Even though we cannot see it, dark matter reveals itself in motion. Astronomers have watched the stars near the edges of the Milky Way move faster than they should. Something unseen is keeping them close, pulling gently but firmly, like a hand holding everything together. That invisible hand is dark matter, quiet, steady, and endlessly patient. If you could float outside the galaxy and look back, you wouldn't see a sharp edge where the Milky Way ends. Instead, you'd find a faint spherical halo of light old stars shimmering faintly like dust caught in moonlight, and beyond them, extending far into the dark, lies the unseen, the halo of dark matter, vast and transparent, wrapping the galaxy like a gentle cocoon. It stretches far beyond the spiral arms, reaching more than 10 times the visible size of our galaxy. It's a strange thought that most of our galaxy is made of something we can't see. In truth, all the stars, planets, gas, and light together make up only a small fraction of what's really there. The rest is this quiet, invisible matter that fills the universe, silent and unseen, yet essential. It doesn't glow or reflect light, but it gives form to everything that does. Without it, there would be no spirals, no orbits, no balance. The stars would drift apart like sparks from a dying flame. But because dark matter exists, unseen, unspoken, the galaxy can hold its shape, turning gracefully through the night. It's like the frame beneath a painting. You don't notice it, but it's what makes the beauty possible. Scientists still don't know exactly what dark matter is. It doesn't behave like ordinary particles, and it passes through everything untouched and untouching. Yet somehow, it accounts for most of the matter in the universe. It moves with quiet purpose, shaping galaxies, forming clusters, creating the cosmic web that connects everything. And though we can't see it, its presence is everywhere, even here, gently holding us in the same invisible embrace. There's something deeply comforting about that thought, that even in the emptiest parts of space, there is something unseen keeping everything connected. It's a reminder that not everything real needs to be visible, that sometimes the most powerful things are the quietest. Dark matter is like the stillness between heartbeats, the silence between notes in a song invisible but vital, holding the rhythm of existence together. As you lie here, imagine the Milky Way surrounded by that invisible halo. Picture it stretching outward into the dark, soft, silent, endless. Every star, every planet, every glimmer of light is suspended within that unseen structure. It's not heavy or harsh. It's gentle like a cradle that never stops supporting what it holds. We drift inside it, carried softly through space, protected by something we can feel but never see. The stars shine because dark matter holds them steady. The galaxy turns because of its unseen touch. And we here on Earth rest within that balance, small, fragile, and yet completely supported by forces older than time. Even the darkness has a kind of light in it, a quiet power that allows everything else to exist. So, as you breathe, now think of that invisible harmony surrounding you. The same gravity that holds the galaxies together is holding you too. The same quiet force that shapes the stars shapes your world, your body, your breath. You are part of that vast, gentle balance, seen and unseen, known and mysterious. And while you drift towards sleep, the galaxy continues to turn, wrapped in its invisible halo. The stars glow softly, the dust drifts, and the dark matter hums, a silent lullaby, steady, endless kind. Surrounding our galaxy, drifting through the quiet dark, are our small and gentle neighbors, the large and small Magellanic Clouds. They are irregular galaxies, soft clusters of stars and dust that glow faintly in the southern sky. Though far away, they move with us, circling slowly around the Milky Way. Like lanterns on a still lake, they follow our motion through the universe, never hurried, never lost. If you could see them from a quiet hill on a clear night in the southern hemisphere, they would appear as pale, misty patches hanging low above the horizon. Not quite clouds, not quite stars, but something in between. Ancient sailors once used them to guide their journeys across the open sea. Even then, they didn't know they were looking at other galaxies, companions drifting beside our own, bound by the invisible threads of gravity. The large Magellanic Cloud, our closer neighbor, is about 160,000 light years away. It holds billions of stars, yet from Earth it looks small, like a wisp of light caught in the sky. Beside it, the small Magellanic Cloud drifts a little farther out, quieter, dimmer, like its shy companion. Together, they orbit the Milky Way, pulled gently by its gravity, circling in a dance that has lasted for billions of years. They are not perfect in shape, not spirals, not ellipses, but irregular gatherings of a star's gas and dust. Their edges are uneven, stretched and twisted by the pull of our galaxy. The Milky Way's gravity tugs at them softly, drawing streams of material from their sides, long, faint trails of hydrogen gas that stretch across space like ribbons of silk. These ribbons, invisible to the naked eye, wrap around our galaxy in delicate arcs, tracing the path of their ancient orbit. In the heart of the Large Magellanic Cloud lies a bright region known as the Tarantula Nebula, a vast nursery where new stars are being born. It shines like a hidden ember, lighting up the gas around it with a warm, gentle glow. The stars that form there will one day drift free, joining the great stream of light that surrounds both galaxies. Even in their smallness, the Magellanic Clouds are alive, breathing, and full of creation. They are more than neighbors. They are companions in the quiet journey of the cosmos. Their presence is a reminder that even galaxies are not alone. They travel together, share their matter, exchange their light. Gravity holds them close, shaping their paths, linking their stories to ours. The Milky Way, for all its grandeur, is not solitary. It is part of a family moving together through the vast night. Over millions of years, their orbits will change. Slowly, gently, they are drawing nearer. The trails of gas and dust that connect them to us are growing longer, brighter. One day, far in the future, the two Magellanic Clouds will merge completely with the Milky Way. There will be no collision, no chaos, just a long, graceful blending. Their stars will become part of ours, their light, joining the slow turn of our spiral arms. It's a comforting thought that even in the silence of the universe, everything is drawn toward belonging. The galaxies drift alone for ages, but gravity always finds a way to bring them together. The same force that keeps the moon around the earth around the sun, and the sun within the Milky Way, is the one guiding these small galaxies closer, patiently, quietly, across time. Imagine it now, our galaxy, glowing softly, its spiral arms unfolding through space, and beside it, two smaller clouds of light following, leaving faint trails behind. Together, they form a picture of connection, a celestial embrace that spans hundreds of thousands of light years. Even in the vastness of night, there is companionship. Even in the silence, there is motion, harmony, and care. As you listen to this, the Magellanic Clouds are still there, drifting, orbiting, shimmering faintly beyond the horizon. Their stars twinkle unseen, their light traveling across the centuries toward us. You may never see them with your own eyes, but their glow still reaches you, soft as moonlight, steady as breath. And one day, long after we're gone, their journey will end where ours began, within the Milky Way, becoming part of the same great river of stars. Nothing will be lost, only transformed. The small will join the vast, the faint will merge with the bright, and the night sky will remain whole. So, rest now under the same gravity that holds galaxies together. The universe is wide, but it is gentle. Even the smallest lights have their place. And as you drift into sleep, the Milky Way and its quiet neighbors will keep turning softly, endlessly, like the heartbeat of the night itself. If you could watch the Milky Way's life unfold in fast motion, you'd see that it is far from still. Streams of gas drift inward, weaving through its spiral arms like quiet rivers feeding a great sea. New stars ignite in bursts of light, while older ones fade softly into dust. Small galaxies fall toward it, dissolve, and become part of its glow. What we call a galaxy is not frozen. It's alive, breathing slowly through the rhythm of time. Every motion within it happens on a scale too vast for us to notice. The Milky Way inhales clouds of gas and dust, pulling them inward, where gravity compresses them into brilliant new suns. And then, over millions of years, it exhales, releasing matter back into space through supernovas and stellar winds. It is a great cycle of inhalation and exhalation, of birth and rest, repeated endlessly. Like the tide of an infinite ocean, it moves without haste, without sound. In this living system, every star plays a role. The youngest stars shine fiercely, illuminating the dense clouds that once sheltered them. Their light scatters through the spiral arms, warming the space around them. The oldest stars, dim and red, drift outward like gentle embers, cooling after a long burn. Some fade quietly. Others end in brilliant explosions, scattering their elements into the galaxy seeds for future generations of light. From these ashes, new worlds form, planets, moons, and perhaps life. The carbon in your breath, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, all were forged in the heart of ancient stars that lived and died long before the earth was born. Every breath you take continues the rhythm of that cycle. The Milky Way gives, receives, and gives again, like a heartbeat stretched across eternity. And just like a living being, the galaxy grows. Tiny galaxies, drawn by its gravity, drift closer and merge with it over time. When they do, their stars scatter into new patterns. Their gas feeds new creation. It is not destruction, but transformation, a quiet blending of one life into another. The Milky Way carries their memory within its shape, just as every living thing carries the story of its past within its form. Even now, faint streams of stars extend from its edges, remnants of ancient mergers, soft traces of galaxies that came before. These streams ripple through the halo of dark matter, glowing faintly like veins of light. The Milky Way absorbs them, gently reshaping itself in silence. To us, it seems unchanged, but over millions of years, it evolves its arms, shifting its stars, moving its balance never quite the same. If you could see time flow as light, you'd watch the Milky Way shimmer like a pulse. Its arms tighten and relax, its stars flare and fade, its gravity hums like the slow beat of a heart. Every part of it is connected: the glowing core, the quiet outskirts, the clouds drifting between. It's not chaos, it's rhythm, not random, but balanced, graceful, and endlessly renewing. To think of our galaxy this way, as something living, is to feel its calm presence differently. We're not standing beneath it, we're inside it, part of its endless body. The same forces that move its stars also move the atoms within us. The same patterns that shape its arms shape the flow of our own breath. Every human heartbeat is a tiny echo of the galaxy's quiet motion. From where we are, it's easy to forget. The night sky looks still like a painting that never changes. But the Milky Way is never still. It grows, breathes, reshapes itself in silence. Every star you see tonight is moving slowly, but surely in its own orbit, carrying with it the song of time. The galaxy doesn't age in years or centuries, but in rhythms of creation that last billions of years. So as you lie here, imagine that you're drifting within this living being, surrounded by the soft current of starlight held in the breath of the Milky Way itself. Every shimmer above you, every whisper of dark sky, is part of that great body moving as one. You are inside its heart, part of its pulse. Let that thought soothe you. The galaxy breathes, and so do you. It changes, and so do you. But through it all, there is balance, calm, steady, infinite. You can rest now, knowing that you're part of something that has always been alive and always will be. The Milky Way turns quietly above you, its light glowing softly through the dark, a living dream still unfolding. The Milky Way doesn't wander through space alone. It lives in a small, gentle neighborhood, a family of about 30 galaxies, bound together by gravity's quiet pull. Astronomers call it the local group, a small community drifting through the dark, holding each other close in the silence of the universe. Each galaxy shines in its own way, yet together they form one great constellation of connection. Among them, the Milky Way and Andromeda are the two largest twin spirals, each turning slowly, each alive with billions of stars. Andromeda, or M31, lies about 2.5 million light years away. It's close enough that its faint glow can be seen from Earth. On a clear dark night, a soft oval smudge just above the horizon. Through a telescope, it reveals itself as a mirror of our own form. Wide arms, bright core, a city of light spinning quietly through time. For now, there is space between us, a vast ocean of darkness stretching across the millions of light years. But the two galaxies are not drifting apart. They are moving gently toward each other, drawn by gravity's patient embrace. Each year they come a little closer, by the width of a few stars. It's a slow approach, too calm to notice, too vast to feel. Yet the path is certain. In about 4 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda will meet. Their stars will not crash or collide. Space is too wide for that. Instead, their shapes will blend and stretch, spiraling together like two streams of light. The black holes at their centers will circle one another, then unite in a silent flare of energy. Slowly, gracefully, the two galaxies will merge into one, a new luminous form, glowing softly in the deep. It sounds like a great collision, but in truth, it will be more like a dance. The stars will weave through each other, their paths bending, not breaking. The spiral arms will ripple and reform, and new stars will be born from the clouds of gas stirred by their meeting. It will not be destruction, but a renewal, the way seasons change, or waves fold into one another and become the sea. The universe never ends things. It simply transforms them. And when that day comes, Earth will likely have changed too, or perhaps moved on entirely. But somewhere among the billions of stars that remain, new worlds will rise in the calm after the merging. New suns will burn, new orbits will form, and light will continue its endless journey. The two galaxies will become one great elliptical shape, shining quietly in a future sky, carrying both our stories within its stars. Around the Milky Way and Andromeda, smaller galaxies orbit tiny companions like the Magellanic Clouds, the Triangulum Galaxy, and dozens of faint dwarfs hidden in the dark. They drift in quiet circles, held by the invisible web of gravity that connects the whole family. Some have already merged and disappeared. Others still wander, their stars dim but enduring. Together, They form a cluster of life, small, scattered, but united by one simple truth: nothing in the universe is truly alone. The local group itself floats within a much greater structure, a cluster of clusters, an ocean of galaxies stretching farther than we can see. Yet, within this immensity, our little family moves in harmony, turning slowly through space like a quiet archipelago of light. The distances between them are immense, but their connection is unbroken, gravity linking each member to the next, in a bond that has lasted for billions of years. If you could watch from afar, you'd see it, this small collection of galaxies glowing faintly together, suspended in the dark like lanterns in a boundless night. The Milky Way, Andromeda, the Magellanic Clouds, each shining softly, each part of the same cosmic breath. Even across impossible distances, they move together, patient and calm, bound by the same silent thread that holds everything in the universe. As you lie here, imagine yourself floating between them. Around you, galaxies drift immense, ancient, gentle. You can feel their pull, not as force but as harmony, the same balance that keeps your heart steady and your breath slow. The local group is more than a collection of galaxies. It's a family, quiet, patient, eternal. And as you close your eyes, think of that family turning slowly in the dark. The Milky Way moves closer to Andromeda. The small galaxies follow, circling like children around a fire, all of them glowing softly in the stillness of space. And somewhere within that glow here, you are one breath, one heartbeat, part of the same infinite home. Far across the quiet ocean of space lies our reflection, the Andromeda Galaxy. It is slightly larger than the Milky Way, a grand spiral of nearly 1 trillion stars turning slowly in the dark. Its light is brighter, its spin a little faster, and around it stretches a vast halo of invisible matter that already touches our own. Though it seems distant, Andromeda and the Milky Way are not strangers. They are twins separated by space, but bound by destiny. When you look toward the constellation of Andromeda on a clear moonless night, what you see is the faintest shimmer, a soft blur of light hovering quietly above the horizon. That glow began its journey more than 2.5 million years ago, when early humans still shaped stone tools beneath ancient skies. Across all that time, the light has traveled undisturbed, crossing the silent void to reach your eyes. You are seeing Andromeda not as it is, but as it once was, a glimpse into deep time still arriving here tonight. It's a strange and gentle thought that something so far away, so old, can touch us so softly now, that a single ray of light born before language, before memory, could travel across space to find its way into your vision. The Andromeda we see tonight has already changed. Its stars have moved, its clouds have shifted, but the light carries the story of what it once was, a message written in silence, whispered through the darkness. Andromeda is a mirror of our own galaxy, both in shape and in spirit. Like the Milky Way, it spirals outward from a bright center, its arms filled with young blue stars, and clouds of dust glowing faintly in the ultraviolet. Its stars are born live and fade in the same slow rhythm. From afar, the two galaxies look like siblings turning toward each other. In the night, their halos blending gently at the edges, already touching long before their hearts ever meet. Between them, space seems empty, but it is not. It's filled with thin trails of gas, faint and almost invisible, drawn out by gravity's quiet hand. Over billions of years, that pull has been constant, steady, patient. The two galaxies move closer, by about 100 kilometers each second, fast beyond comprehension, yet so slow it takes aeons to notice. It is the most peaceful kind of inevitability, the slow unfolding of a story that was written long before we were here to witness it. If you could see it in fast motion, the sight would be mesmerizing. Two spirals of light drifting through the black, their arms reaching their halos, blending like mist. As they draw closer, they will begin to stretch each other, long rivers of stars pulled into elegant curves. Nothing crashes, nothing breaks. Instead, light mingles with dust until their spirals dissolve into one soft, luminous form. In the heart of Andromeda, there lies a supermassive black hole, just as one rests in the center of our Milky Way. When the two galaxies meet, these black holes will dance around one another, orbiting closer and closer until they finally merge, not with violence but with grace. The union will send ripples through the fabric of space-time waves, so faint that only the universe itself will feel them. And then silence again. A new galaxy, bright and round, will emerge from the quiet aftermath. It's humbling to know that even the grandest of cosmic structures follow the same rhythm of life, approach union transformation. Galaxies are born, grow, and one day merge into something new, just as rivers find the sea. And we within them are part of that rhythm too, small echoes of the same pattern, breathing in time with the galaxies that cradle us. Right now, as you lie here, Andromeda shines faintly in the night sky. Its ancient light brushes your world like a whisper, silent, weightless, endlessly patient. You are looking into a window that opens not just into distance, but into time itself. It is a reminder that even light, fragile as it seems, endures. That even across millions of years, something can travel through darkness and still arrive whole, gentle, luminous. And as you breathe, remember that the Milky Way and Andromeda are slowly drifting together. The universe is wide, but not lonely. Everything moves toward connection, galaxies, stars, even hearts. One day, far beyond our knowing, their light will merge into one. But tonight, their glow simply shares the same sky. Two spirals turning softly, two reflections of the same cosmic dream. When galaxies collide, the universe does not roar. There are no explosions, no shattering of worlds. Instead, it is silent, a slow, weightless dance, written in light. When the Milky Way and Andromeda finally meet, the sky will bloom with rivers of stars, moving not in chaos, but in calm, graceful motion. It won't be a crash, it will be a merging as soft as two clouds drifting through one another. Stars will not collide. Space is too vast, and each sun too far from the next. They will glide past each other, their gravity bending their paths, their light weaving together in a silent choreography. Whole constellations will stretch and fold, creating new shapes across the night. For a moment that lasts millions of years, the universe will seem to shimmer as two galaxies intertwine like ribbons in a slow current. From far away, it will look almost peaceful. The spiral arms of the Milky Way and Andromeda will pull and twist their stars, forming glowing bridges between them. Clouds of dust will ripple and spread, lit from within by the birth of countless new suns. The two galactic cores will circle each other like partners in a slow waltz, their gravity drawing them closer and closer. And in that vast embrace, the universe will create something entirely new. Inside this cosmic dance, new worlds will be born. As clouds of gas collide and compress, they will ignite, forming new generations of stars. Their light will fill the dark spaces, painting the merger in shades of gold and blue. Some stars will be thrown into deep space, set adrift in the endless night, but most will remain, finding their place within the new merged galaxy, a fresh beginning written into the oldest of stories. At the very center, the black holes of both galaxies, Sagittarius A and Andromeda's massive twin, will begin their slow, delicate spiral toward each other. Over millions of years, they will circle closer and closer, their orbits tightening, until at last they meet. The moment they merge, waves will ripple through the fabric of space-time itself, invisible tremors of creation that travel outward across the cosmos. Then the galaxy will settle again, its new heart, calm and bright. From that point onward, the two spirals will no longer exist as separate shapes. Their arms, once distinct, will blur into soft curves. The new galaxy, sometimes imagined as Milky Way, will take on a rounder form, glowing faintly like a great golden ember in the dark. It will be quieter, older, more mature, the final stage of a cosmic life cycle that began billions of years before. If there were someone to look up from a distant world within that galaxy, they wouldn't see two skies anymore. They would see one vast full radiant. The Milky Way's familiar arch would be gone, replaced by a bright core stretching across the heavens. It would be a night sky full of wonder, not destruction, a sky reborn, carrying the light of two galaxies that once drifted alone. And though this merging will take billions of years, its story is already written in motion. Even now, the Milky Way and Andromeda are moving toward each other, not quickly, not violently, but inevitably. Gravity is patient. It has no sense of urgency, only purpose. Across every moment of silence, across every breath of space, it is pulling them closer, gently, endlessly, until their paths become one. When we think of collision, we think of endings. But in the universe, a collision is only transformation. Two galaxies become one. Two centers become a single steady heart. The stars do not vanish. They continue to shine, reshaped into new constellations, new forms, new balance. The universe does not destroy what it touches. It remakes it quietly, beautifully, without hurry. So, as you rest now, imagine that future sky. The stars still shimmer, but differently, closer, fuller, warmer. The Milky Way and Andromeda no longer drift apart. They have become one breath, one body, one light. The night, though changed, is still peaceful. You are part of that peace, part of a universe that never stops becoming. The galaxies meet, not with thunder, but with grace. Their light mingles, like a final exhale before sleep, steady, kind, eternal. And as they merge into one, the cosmos whispers its oldest truth, that even in the vastest distances, everything eventually finds its way home, far beyond our small neighborhood, beyond the Milky Way, beyond Andromeda, lies a realm of true giants. These are the titans of the universe, galaxies so immense that even imagination bends beneath their scale. Each one holds not billions but trillions of stars, whole cities of light stretching across millions of light years. Compared to them, our galaxy is but a quiet village, a single lamp in an endless night. Among these giants, one stands as the greatest of all, IC 1101. It dwells more than 1 billion light years away, glowing softly at the heart of a distant cluster of galaxies. If you could place the Milky Way and Andromeda inside it side by side, IC 1101 could still swallow them whole, and there would still be room to spare. It is a cathedral of light, vast beyond comprehension, ancient beyond time. The light that reaches us from IC 1101 began its journey long before the first trees grew on Earth. It left that galaxy when life here was nothing more than tiny drifting cells floating in warm oceans, and yet it has traveled all this time through darkness, through distance, through silence, to arrive at this very moment, softly touching your eyes tonight. What you see is not how it is now, but how it once was, a ghost of its own light, still crossing the universe. In its glowing heart lies a black hole so massive that it defies every measure, billions of times heavier than our sun. Around it, countless stars orbit in calm precision, their collective light spreading like a golden mist. From a distance, the entire galaxy appears smooth, almost serene, like a drop of honey suspended in the dark. There are no spirals there, no sharp edges, only quiet perfection, the shape of something that has lived a long, full life. These enormous galaxies did not begin this way. They were once small, scattered, simple, like our own. Over billions of years, they grew by merging with others, gathering stars, dust, and gravity into their embrace. Every collision, every blending added to their mass, their light, their quiet grandeur, and so they became what they are now, not violent, not young, but vast and wise, the elders of creation resting in their luminous age. Their glow is soft, golden, gentle, the light of older stars nearing the end of their lives. There are no more great bursts of star formation, no restless clouds of gas swirling to ignite. Instead, everything moves slowly, calmly. The stars that remain burn with steady grace, their combined radiance filling the galaxy with a warm, eternal hue. It is the color of memory, light stretched thin by time, yet still beautiful, still alive. From afar, these galaxies seem motionless, eternal, but even they are changing ever so slowly. Gravity continues its work, pulling, reshaping, refining. New galaxies fall into their orbit, their light absorbed into the great whole. Even in such unimaginable vastness, the cycle continues. Creation, union, transformation. Nothing in the universe ever truly stops. It only becomes quieter. IC 1101, like all great galaxies, is surrounded by a halo of dark matter, an invisible web that cradles it gently. Through that web, faint rivers of light connect it to other galaxies in its cluster, like the filaments of a vast cosmic tapestry. Together, they form one enormous structure, a cluster of clusters, a city of galaxies glowing softly across billions of light years. And within that city, the giants shine like lanterns of eternity. If you could float near one of these galaxies and look upon it, the sight would be unlike anything else. You would see not a single glow, but a billion tiny suns, each one ancient, each one quietly burning out. The edges would fade softly into the dark, as if the galaxy itself were dissolving into the background of space. There would be no noise, no motion, only stillness, immense and golden, like time itself, holding its breath. And yet even the giants will not last forever. Slowly over the course of trillions of years, their stars will fade, their light will dim until only faint embers, remain scattered through the endless night, the universe will continue expanding, stretching that light thinner and thinner until it disappears altogether. What remains will not be darkness, but silence, the quiet echo of everything that once was. Still, there is something deeply peaceful in that thought. These galaxies have already lived lifetimes beyond counting. They have seen the rise and fall of countless worlds, the birth of light, the fading of stars. They are not symbols of loss, but of endurance proof that beauty can last for billions of years, that light can travel across eternity and still find a place to rest. As you breathe, now imagine yourself drifting near one of these golden giants. Around you, a sea of soft light stretches in every direction, endless and calm. You are surrounded by the glow of ancient suns, light so old, it remembers the first sparks of creation. Nothing moves quickly here. Everything simply is. Let that stillness settle in you. The same patience that holds these galaxies together also holds you. The same light that left those stars billions of years ago now brushes against your eyes. You are a part of their story, a small flicker in the same great river of time. And as you drift toward sleep, think of those titans far away, shining quietly through the dark. They are the guardians of the night, the keepers of the oldest light. Even as the universe expands and fades, they endure vast calm, eternal. The golden giants, the elders of creation, still glowing softly somewhere beyond the reach of time. When we look farther and farther into the universe, something remarkable begins to appear. The galaxies are not scattered. Like leaves in the wind, they gather, they form, they connect, they collect into clusters, clusters into superclusters, and beyond those, they stretch into a grand pattern of light and space. It is the universe's hidden architecture, a vast web woven from gravity itself, delicate yet infinite. Imagine it, if you can, threads of light stretching across billions of light years, connecting galaxies like stars sewn into a cosmic fabric. These threads, the filaments, are made not of thread, but of galaxies, of gas, of dark matter unseen. Between them lie immense voids, great oceans of almost nothing, silent and empty. But together, all these parts form something whole, a glowing tapestry that fills the universe with quiet structure. This is what astronomers call the cosmic web, the largest pattern ever discovered. From afar, it looks like veins of light running through the dark, like frost forming on glass, or rivers branching across a frozen plain. The galaxies are the bright nodes where the filaments meet, glowing softly, like lanterns hung at the intersections of time. It is a design too vast for the eye to see, yet it holds everything, every star, every world, every breath we take. Gravity is the weaver of this web. It is not a violent force, but a patient one pulling softly over billions of years, guiding galaxies toward one another, linking them in harmony. It does not rush or demand. It simply connects. Through that connection, the universe finds balance, the same balance that keeps our Earth circling the sun, and the sun circling the center of the Milky Way. Every motion in the sky is part of this greater design. Each filament stretches for hundreds of millions of light years, crossing the dark like bridges of light. If you could float along one of them, you would pass through countless galaxies, clusters, and shining worlds, each separated by unimaginable space, yet bound together by the same invisible thread. The universe, for all its emptiness, is deeply connected. Nothing drifts alone for long. Between these threads lie the cosmic voids, vast silent spaces where almost no stars exist. But even the voids are part of the pattern shaping the web by their very absence. They are the pauses between notes in a song, the quiet that makes the music whole. In their stillness, the universe breathes, expanding gently, endlessly, carrying its structure forward through time. When scientists first mapped this web, they saw something breathtaking. The universe not as chaos, but as harmony. What we once imagined as a random scattering of galaxies revealed itself as order, as rhythm, as art. The same physical laws that shape a single drop of water, a spiral shell, or the orbit of a planet also shape this immense design. It is geometry on a cosmic scale, simple, elegant, eternal. And if you look closer, this vast pattern mirrors life itself. The filaments resemble the neurons of a human brain, glowing nodes connected by slender paths of energy. The universe, in its immensity, seems to reflect the structure of thought of consciousness. As above, so below, the same blueprint repeating in stars and in minds, in galaxies and in dreams. From one end of the cosmos to the other, light travels along these filaments, carrying stories billions of years old. It passes through clusters of galaxies, through clouds of gas, through the invisible sea of dark matter that holds everything in place. Each beam of light is a message, each glimmer a trace of history, a reminder that nothing in the universe truly stands alone. Every photon, every atom, every moment is part of this unbroken web. And though it stretches across eternity, the cosmic web is still changing. Galaxies continue to move along its threads, slowly drifting toward the bright nodes at the intersections. There they merge and grow, giving rise to even larger clusters, the great metropolises of the cosmos. Over time, the filaments shift and fade, reshaping themselves as the universe expands. It is not static, it is alive, always in motion, always becoming. If you could stand outside it all and watch, you would see the universe as a single breathing organism. Light flowing through its veins, gravity acting as its pulse, stars flickering like cells of fire, each one living, shining, dying, and being reborn. The web would shimmer like a living being made of time and space, and within it, we, tiny as we are, would still belong. It's humbling, but also comforting. The vastness doesn't isolate us, it connects us. The same invisible threads that bind galaxies together also hold us too, through gravity, through energy, through the shared substance of everything that has ever existed. You are made of the same atoms that once drifted in those filaments, that once burned in the hearts of distant stars. You are part of the web woven into the fabric of the universe itself. So as you breathe now, imagine that you are floating within that great network of light. Around you, rivers of galaxies flow like streams of gold through the dark. The space between them hums quietly, ancient and kind. Every breath you take, every heartbeat, every thought is connected to that same gentle rhythm. The universe is not a void, it is a web, a living pattern of connection. And while you sleep tonight, it continues to unfold, glowing softly across eternity. The threads of light keep stretching, the galaxies keep drifting, and the music of gravity plays on quiet, patient, endless. And here we are, a small species on a small blue world, circling quietly around a gentle star. That star glows within one spiral arm of the Milky Way, a galaxy of hundreds of billions of suns drifting through the endless sea of space. And our galaxy, too, is just one among trillions each, a soft spark in the tapestry of the universe. It's almost impossible to imagine, and yet somehow it makes perfect sense, because even something so small can belong completely within something so vast. You lying here tonight are part of that same quiet rhythm. Your breath rises and falls in time with the slow spin of our world. Your heartbeat echoes the pulse of distant stars, the soft hum of gravity that binds everything together. Even as you rest, you are moving, traveling with the earth through the arms of the Milky Way, through the great stillness of the cosmos. And in this vastness, you are exactly where you are meant to be. The night has its own language, a silence that doesn't ask for answers, only presence. Listen closely, and you might feel it. The steady turning of the earth, the soft shimmer of starlight brushing against the edge of the atmosphere. You are surrounded by motion, so gentle it feels like stillness. The world spins, the galaxy turns, and yet within it all, there is peace, a calm, unbroken heartbeat that carries you into rest. Every atom in your body has lived many lives. The calcium in your bones once burned inside a star. The oxygen in your lungs was forged from cosmic fire. The iron flowing through your veins was born in a supernova, a final breath of a dying sun scattered through the galaxy, so that you might one day breathe it in. You are in every sense starlight made conscious, and perhaps that's the quiet secret of the universe, that it does not end with the stars or begin with us. It continues through us, softly, endlessly, like a song passed from one generation of light to the next. When you close your eyes tonight, the same atoms that once glowed in the heart of ancient stars will rest within you. They remember the warmth of creation, the calm of eternity. They remember what it feels like to simply exist without hurry, without fear. Out there, the Milky Way continues its slow turn, steady as breath. Billions of stars move together through the dark, their paths guided by gravity's invisible hands. Somewhere new stars are being born, their first light spreading into the void. Elsewhere, old stars fade, their stories ending with a soft sigh. It is a cycle that never stops, the universe breathing in and out, alive in its silence. And we here, on this quiet planet, are part of that breath. Our lives, our thoughts, our moments of stillness, all of it woven into the same rhythm. You are not separate from the stars above you. You are part of their glow, their memory, their story. Even when the night feels long, the same light that fills the sky also lives within you. You are made of it, every shimmer, every spark. As you lie here, let your mind drift beyond the noise of the day. The world has done enough for now. You don't need to think, to plan, or to reach for anything. Let everything soften your breath, your thoughts, your heart. You have permission to rest. Imagine yourself floating through the quiet dark, surrounded by the soft hum of stars. Their light moves around you like water, gentle and golden. There is no rush, no gravity pressing down, only weightlessness, calm and ease. The stars do not judge. They do not hurry. They simply exist, radiant, patient, kind. And as you float there, you begin to realize something. The same stillness that fills the night is also within you. The same grace that turns galaxies moves through your chest with every breath. You don't need to search for peace, you already carry it. You are peace written in the language of light. Far away, the universe continues its endless dance, galaxies, merging stars, flickering dust drifting. And yet, in all that motion, there is harmony. Everything knows its place. Every beam of light knows where to go. Even when it travels for billions of years, light never loses its way, and neither will you. So, rest, traveler of the Milky Way. Let the universe watch over you tonight. Its stars have burned for billions of years just to bring you this moment of quiet. The same energy that holds galaxies together holds you now, gently, securely, endlessly. You are safe in the arms of something far greater, something soft and eternal. Let the night cradle you like a wave returning to the sea. Let your thoughts drift like dust through light. The day is over. The sky is open. The stars are breathing, and they are breathing with you. In this stillness, everything belongs, and so do you. The galaxy turns. The stars pulse softly. The earth spins beneath your closed eyes, carrying you through the dark like a lullaby. And above it all, the universe hums, not loudly, but gently, like the faint sound of your own heartbeat. It whispers that you are loved, that you are light, that you are enough. Good night, traveler of the Milky Way. The universe is holding you, and it will not let you go.